We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Or would you rather have 4 homeless guys jerk off on you?
Okay, so you guys want to sync up?
I told you.
Yeah.
As soon as he puts his hand up.
Eric, you have to count.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, that works.
Right on.
So I wanted to tell you guys about, I ran over to the store this morning to get my wife cigarettes because she ran out. And there's this Hispanic gentleman that pulled up to the gas pump.
Yeah.
And he was walking in the store, and by the time he got to the front door, he was panting like a dog, right? I was like, what the fuck's this dude doing? Like, what's wrong with him? As soon as he gets to the door, man, he starts hacking up dry cough everywhere, like sweating, panting, can't breathe, everywhere, man. So I immediately take a giant step back. And I'm like keeping this display rack of burritos between us, like doing a little dance almost.
That's racist.
just waiting until he, checks out and gets. But I mean, he's coughing all over everything, man. He obviously hasn't been keeping his distance. He pulled up to the pump with a boat and a fucking ATV. So he's going out to play and have fun. Obviously, dude's not taking this seriously.
Well, that's good for him.
So this is the first time, man, like I guarantee this fool had corona. Like, I have no question in my fucking mind that this dude had coronavirus. The way he was breathing, sweating, being all nasty. I literally got home, man, a couple weeks ago. I told you guys about the Lysol I was finally able to get, right?
Yeah.
So I get home, man, I just take a bath in this shit. And it's the nasty mango one.
Oh, nasty.
So, like, I just everywhere, man. But this is all leading up to I'm running out of breath.
Oh, no.
And I'm feeling like shit, and I hope it's just psychological.
Oh, man. I mean, most likely, did you say this happened earlier today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, yeah.
This morning.
I guarantee symptoms wouldn't have showed up that quickly.
Yeah, I hope not.
It's most likely, psychological, but...
Well, before you were able to connect, Eric, it was just me and Joel, and he said he was dealing with some pretty bad allergies, and then he was dealing with, like, a cough, and I was like, oh, is it wet or dry? He's like, oh, it's a dry cough. I'm like, oh, shit, you got the Rona, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
So this will be Joel's last episode with us.
I think so, man. Like,
yeah.
Oh, no, this won't be the last of me, man. You guys continue the shit on if something happens, and I'll come back.
Well, nothing's happening,
You'll
but
hear it
yes,
on the
we would
recording.
definitely...
What are you saying? We'll have to be a paranormal podcast, and we'll have, like, a ghost
You'll have to be.
co-host?
In honor of Joel, yes, Derek, you and I will be doing a paranormal podcast.
Well, fuck
Yes.
that.
Derek will go to edit. Derek will go to edit and just hear me talking and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Just hear him respond back, and then we don't hear him at all.
Right. Hey, speaking of Corona, you guys hear about Kim Jong-un?
I'd seen quite a few memes circulating around him, but what's the real news?
So apparently, his grandfather's birthday was, I don't know, a couple days ago or something, and it's usually a big celebration before his dad died. Him and his dad would go to his grandpa's, like burial site, I guess, to kind of celebrate his birthday. Well, obviously his dad died, and so he was supposed to go to like pay his respects, but he never showed up. And so rumors started circulating, and he hadn't been seen for a while. So a Japanese media site posted that he was in a vegetative state and possibly dead. But that's just one media site. But apparently, nobody has confirmed where he is, if he's okay or anything like that. And some satellites recorded seeing his personal train at like a train depot or train station near like a retreat that he goes to. So as of right now, he's just like missing, and nobody exactly knows where he is.
Interesting.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, right. There's a bunch of conspiracies that I read, and one of them, and it was a pretty hot one, I guess, that in 2003 supposedly he died, and that there's just been a bunch of body doubles that have been used for public announcements and showings and whatnot. So pretty interesting as far as current events go.
You mean his father or his grandfather?
No, him, Kim Jong-un.
In 2003, he wasn't in power then.
Was he not? I mean, either way, yeah, it was him. I guess, Yeah, I can't. I don't know when he fucking went into power, but
I mean, either way, he was.
You're either getting the years mixed up or him mixed up with either his father or grandfather for sure. Because
you
he
know
wasn't
what?
even.
You know
on
what? Yeah, maybe it was his dad that died in 2003, supposedly, but it's or I don't fucking know, dude.
I think it was his uncle. I mean, I would just have thought that there would have been more of a direct line or lineage there, but I think they've killed so many of their own lineage that it just kind of ended up being passed on to his nephew, which is Kim Jong-un. So I think it was his uncle was Kim Jong-il, the guy before him. And I'd heard, there were
Something like that.
quite a few like body doubles and conspiracy theories wrapped around him, so that might be in 2003. That kind of sounds right.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this, okay?
Uh-huh.
Would you rather live in North Korea under the rule of Kim Jong-un if he's still alive? Or would you rather be a part of a completely remote village that doesn't know anything beyond its borders?
Beyond borders, I would rather live in a little tiny village and keep life simple than ever put up with that Korean bullshit.
Yeah.
So what's the extent of their knowledge then?
So,
Like you say, beyond their borders, so...
yeah, so remember when we did the cargo cult stuff, the first episode?
Yeah.
So basically like that. So the only idea that you have of the outside world is like stuff that was accidentally dropped off and that you kind of pay pilgrimage to, but that's basically it.
Okay, well, I know in that same episode we talked about the Sentinelese. So are they like a hostile group of people, or are they...
What does it matter if you're a part of it though?
Well, so you're pitting the scenario as if like I'm accepted into the group then.
No, like you were born and you lived under North Korean rule to totalitarianism, or...
Oh, well, I mean, I think in either one of those scenarios, I don't really have knowledge outside of what I'm born into, so I don't have the choice.
Well, you do now, Derek.
Yeah, I'm literally asking you, would you rather?
Okay. Yeah, I guess the random tribe out in the middle of the forest somewhere.
Yeah, dude, me too.
Oh.
Me too.
At least then there's the chance I might not be driven like a slave.
Yeah, word. Slaves. And welcome back to another motherfucking episode of the Odd Pod. I'm Eric, and that is...
Derek?
And to our east, somewhere?
Southeast.
Southeast?
And this is Joel.
Today we have got some choices for you guys, and please follow along, listen in, and hang out with some of your buddies, and I mean virtually, of course, because you can't touch each other, and play some Would You Rather with us.
Can't touch this.
Insert the MC Hammer, Derek.
Stop! Hammer time!
So we're going to be playing some Would You Rather today.
So I think I'll go last in the rotation here.
Okay,
Cool.
Joel, you got some?
Yeah, I'll kick it off, man. So this Would You Rather is a struggle for me. I honestly don't know which one of these I would go with. Hard decision either way. Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren?
For me, I think I would go future. If nothing else, I'd get to see how the rest of the world continues on, even if I don't.
That's a good one, dude. I think I would go in the past.
Oh, plus, if you do go in the future, you could like figure out what's going to be hot and trendy, or make you a millionaire, and then jump back to your time, right?
Yeah, but if you go in the past, you could also see like what's needed. Well, here's the question: Do I have the knowledge of what I have now and going back then?
Well, to know that, you just crack open a history book, but to see the future, like...
I mean, that's fair, and the way you guys are approaching it, I think, is kind of the same concept, In Eric's case, you could go back and, let's say, grab all the Super Bowls and then be a gambler
Right.
and bet. Same with Derek, go into the future and come out rich on that side.
Right, it'd be like Biff from Back to the Future. It'd have the sports almanac, and I would just...
Oh, dude, yeah, I loved that.
So that's the way I'd look at it. I wouldn't even, fuck the grandchildren. I would be there for different
Damn.
ill-gotten gains.
So you'd be in it for the money, trying to get rich off of it.
Oh, fuck yeah. Anyone who says they wouldn't is just lying.
Oh, that's what's up.
I think I'd want to go back and meet, and meet like family members and shit, and like get to know like what they did and how they thought, and I don't know, man. It'd be fascinating either way. What about you, Joel?
I don't know, man. Like, if I got a choice, like, obviously the question, if you go into the future, you meet your great-great-grandchildren. When it says, would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, it doesn't say how far back you're going.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. That one's tough. I would probably go to the past as well.
Yeah.
And hope, like, it's at the starting of the bloodline, maybe?
Right.
I think that would be really cool. Obviously, you couldn't tell who you are, because then you might not exist in your actual world.
For sure, man. Yeah, I love history, dude. Like, I think if I could go back, I mean, granted, like, modern medicine and whatnot is amazing, and, you know, all the technology that we have nowadays is great, but, you know, like, when playing games like Red Dead, or even watching that show on HBO where they're like, what's the fucking,
Westworld, or?
Yeah, Westworld. Like, just that, like, old West kind of time is just so fascinating to me.
No, I absolutely agree.
That's what I would choose. I would definitely choose the past, and I mean, especially if you get to carry the knowledge with you.
Right. And then,
like, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah, and I think that would kind of be the thing too. Like, you have the opportunity to go back and, you know, as Derek said, you know, you get to kind of see what the trends are, kind of see what happened.
Right.
But if you go back, you get to be a part of what structured that, what kind of created that,
right,
I guess.
Right.
And the chance to influence, I think, would be a really good thing.
Yeah, imagine, like, all the technology and innovations and shit that you could, like, pretend that you were the one that invented it. You'd be like a fucking god to these people. You'd be like
Exactly.
Elon Musk on steroids, you know, like, bringing right. somebody like Bullpiss, you know, and Taurine, and, like, seeing them fucking do backflips off of, like, barns and shit.
I know, and taking an AK and a fucking AR-15 back to, you know, even the Civil War. I mean, you go out there while they're standing in line shooting their muskets, and you're lighting fools up with a 60-round drum or something. I mean,
for sure, dude.
You know, like, that's how the West was won.
That's right, dude. Yeah. So I'm going past.
Totally. I didn't cut out at all and rejoined the call.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you were with us the whole time, Derek.
Yeah. I agree.
Good.
All right. So let's see.
Speaking of that, remember going back and taking guns back? Remember how dumb we were when we were younger, going out in the field with actual BB and pellet guns and shooting each other with a one-pump rule?
Yeah, dude. We used to talk about that shit all the time. Like, we used to do that shit all the time, and I forgot about it.
Who actually followed the one-pump rule?
Oh, dude, Daniel and Tyler's dumbasses.
Right.
We definitely didn't, man. We were playing for keeps.
Right. Had to get that arc.
Yeah, dude. I remember, we used to go out in the forest, like, meet me in the forest, man, and we'd go out in that patch and just, like, post up and snipe, even though I'd, like, the sawed-off barrel and the sawed-off stock, so mine was like a Remington TAC-12 shotgun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I've got another one here for you guys, okay? All right. Would you rather spend the day wearing wet socks or spend the day with a popcorn kernel stuck in your teeth?
Oh.
Fuck both of those, man.
I know, dude.
Ouch. Like,
I know. And you can't just take the socks off. You can't, put them on a dry or anything. You can't use floss to get the kernel out. You have to spend 24 hours that way. That's the rules. Thoughts?
Well, here's the thing. So, I've gone to the movies, and I've always eaten popcorn, and that scenario was always played out. But after a while, I would say maybe the first 15, 20 minutes of just feeling awkward, that irritation, it kind of just sets in, and it kind of goes away over time. But wet socks all day, I don't think I could do that, man. So I'm going with the kernel. You know? Yeah,
same boat, man. Definitely popcorn. I mean, I chew tobacco. At first, it was annoying to have chew in my lip all day.
Yeah.
But popcorn kernel, chewing tobacco, much rather do that over wet socks, man. Slimy wet socks all day? No.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah, you chew tobacco. You don't chew wet socks, right?
Exactly.
See, dude, I'm in the opposite thought process. So, like, anything in my teeth, dude, I have to get it out right away. Even sometimes, like, while I'm eating, if I'm eating, like, ribs or chicken wings, even if I'm gonna eat more, I gotta get that son of a bitch out right now. And I've spent days with wet socks, and yeah, it's annoying, but if you stay busy doing what you're doing, so like I pressure washed for like 10 hours one day, and I had wet socks the entire time, and I'm like, you know what, man, I'm just going to go a few more hours, and that's the day. And, I can recall several times where, next to the house that Joel grew up in, there was this forest, man, and it used to completely flood. It was just like this random floodplain. And we used to pretend we were like fucking army dudes, and we would go out and we'd like go under the water, and it was like a forest floor, dude. That was like bark and dirt and vegetation,
Right.
And we'd come up like fucking commando, man, just like trying to kill the predator or some shit. And
That was so much fun, bro.
yeah, dude, like we were wet all day long, like it was raining, and we were just out there, man, just exploring and pretending. And then at the end of the day, you'd come in, you'd strip off your shit, and you'd call it good, man, you know.
Yep.
So, based on that theory alone, I'm going to go wet socks. Nothing stuck in my teeth.
Just to relive your childhood.
Sure.
When
Yeah.
you'd army crawl through the wet mud.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean, some parts were deep enough to like where we were swimming, bro.
Yeah. It's so
Like, 3 to 4
crazy.
feet deep. Like, we'd
Where the hell
put
did
a
you
pocket
live?
knife in our mouth and fucking swim through there like Navy SEALs, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was imagination, man. There's nothing better.
Joel grew up in Bangladesh, by the way, so.
Sounds like it,
Yep. So,
Just floating the Ganges with the dead bodies and
yeah. And wet socks.
You mean rafts?
yeah.
Right. You got one, Derek?
Yeah, I got one up. So, would you rather have your eyes where your balls are and have your balls where your eyes were, or would you rather have dicks for fingers and have teeth for hair?
Oh my god.
Fuck that, dude. What?
Dude, this is a fantastic one. Okay.
I'm gonna let you answer first, Eric.
So,
I just want to paint the scenario here for you. So you have your eyes, right?
right.
Where your balls are. So orbital, socket, null, your eyes function all the same,
Right.
but they're where your balls are. And your balls are where your eyes would have been. Or you could have fingers for dicks. Or dicks for fingers, I mean.
You mean dicks for fingers?
Yeah. No, you just got the one dick, and then you got a finger down there.
So I'm thinking you already got a finger for a dick.
You heard it here first, folks.
Okay. So that first scenario, or you have dicks for fingers and teeth for hair. So kind of like imagine like the puka shell necklace deal of just rows of
dude.
teeth. The longer your
God.
hair is, the like
Choking
more.
on it, man.
Oh.
Like hair going down your throat all the time.
So,
No.
And the same so hair all over, and not just on your head. Like your beard, you have a beard of teeth, and pubic hair is teeth as well. So
oh god. Dude, that's nasty. Okay, so here's where my mind initially went, okay? So you take some electrical tape and you strap the elephant trunk pointed up, right? So that your eyes are completely free, and when you unzip your pants, your thing's not hanging, okay?
right.
And then when you're in public and people are looking at the balls on your eyes, you could say, "Excuse me, my eyes are down here." That's where my mind initially went, so that's what I'm going with.
Get like a
So
dick
balls for
nose.
eyes and eyes for balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like fucking Squidward.
Imagine the sexual positions and how that'd look. Pink eye would be a daily occurrence for sure.
Oh, dude, yeah. You'd have to wear goggles on the daily.
I also think that I would do the balls for eyes for balls.
Yeah, you're going with ball eyes.
But here's the thing, man. Like, I would get really good at a handstand. And I would just walk around like that. And,
Yeah,
and
dude.
a constant handstand. And that's just the way it would go.
Flawless logic.
As if the situation isn't weird enough for you.
Right.
Now
I
you're-
mean, how can
Yeah.
I get from here, from weird to normal? I mean, that's most logical.
It would be, I think, for the most part, when you're just walking around, kind of normal. But now you're like at the height of a midget, and you have to take into account all this that's going up top that you don't really like. You don't have that same perspective now anymore when you walk around and do things.
Dude, so did you just say midget?
Yeah.
So normally I'd correct you because that used to not be the political correct term. However, the last time I went to the mall before fucking Rona, dude, there was a poster on several like random sign holders that said midget wrestling. I shit you not. So apparently we can call them midges again, dude.
Okay.
They prefer the term freaks, I know.
I'm for it, man.
All right, who's up next?
But back to that other,
Oh, go ahead.
I was thinking, like, the dicks for fingers. That would be, you would have to get your fingers hard before they could ever come into play as being useful in any way. Otherwise,
Dude,
like,
good point.
have you ever tried to do anything with, like, flaccid fingers? Like, it doesn't work.
I guess, like, when my hand falls asleep and shit, like, if you're trying to move it and trying to touch your phone, you know? Like, or you could do the whole stranger in the room thing where you sit on your hand till it falls asleep and try to jerk yourself off. I mean, it's like stranger in the room.
You mean your dick fingers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Joel, you're up next.
So wait, which one would you choose, though?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I think just to go opposite of you guys, I'd go with the dicks or fingers and teeth for hair.
Can you explain why?
Just that. You guys picked the other one, so I think it...
All right, dude, we'll take it.
Like, if we're all gonna end up being freaks, I want to see, like, who benefits the most.
Sounds good, man. Joel, you got another one?
I mean, so this breaks down to kind of money or time. So, would you rather be filthy rich or be poor and live to be 400 years old? That's a real one, man. Like, that's...
So, could you not gain wealth?
No. Like, no matter what you do, you're always going to be poor, and you're just going to be super fucking old.
Okay. Shit. And is there any time limit on your life as far as being rich, or just kind of like an average human lifespan?
I mean, for the sake of this, let's just call it a normal lifespan.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, anything compared to 400 years sounds short, really.
And then also, with the 400 years, do you age like normal? And so, like, you're, 300 years, you're just fucking decrepit? Or are you kind of like you're 20, 25 for the entire 400 years?
Oh, you mean like in the looks department, or?
Yeah, so break the 100 years into quarters of your life, right? So, like...
Okay.
First 100 is going to be, your youth. The second 100 is going to be mid-30s, 40s. At 400 years, you'll look like you're 80.
Okay. I follow along.
Gotcha.
I think...
I was thinking 400 years. Your skin is just dragging on the ground at that point, right?
If it's even still attached.
Dude, I think that I personally would choose 400 years. I mean,
really?
all the fun and all the knowledge and shit you could have. Like, I mean, money is one thing, but to be able to live that long and all the shit you get to see, and think of like how many different lives you could live within reason. I mean, obviously you'll never live in a big house, you'll never drive a fancy car, but I think I would definitely take the longer lifespan, dude, for sure.
I think I would go with the money. Yeah.
Why does that not surprise me? So, my next one. Would you rather, every time you go somewhere, so if you leave one room and go to another room, you have to run. Everywhere you go. In the grocery store, you have to run the entire time. Or, would you rather, every time you talk, you have to yell at the top of your lungs?
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna go simply running because I need the cardio, bro. Not even gonna lie.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm running
Then
everywhere.
you wouldn't have to exercise, like, additionally to your normal day. You just fucking
man.
sprint everywhere.
Right. Oh, gotta take a shit. See you
Exactly.
later.
And it kind of takes the weirdness of going to the bathroom away. They're like, oh man, he really has to go. Like, if you just normally, you run. But if you run every time, they're like, I don't know what this guy's doing, man. If he's got to piss, if he's got to shit, it's anyone's guess.
That'd be so tough to explain in public.
I know.
But it'd be worth it.
Imagine you're like a kid and you're like around the pool. You're like, I have to do this. I can't not run. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Or on ice.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, dude. Having to sprint, could you imagine trying to get up?
Right. But like, imagine if you have to yell every time you talk, and you're in a public bathroom and you're taking a shit and you're trying to have your wife's like, honey, like, did you remember the raspberries at the store? Well, I'm in the bathroom. I'm trying to take a shit. But yeah, I'll grab them. But no, you have to yell that shit like the entire time you're talking.
Oh, yeah.
What would you pick, D?
I'm contemplating that now. I think if I was to pick the always yelling thing, I could just say I'm deaf.
Or you're retarded. I mean, TikTok.
TikTok.
Same difference. But no, I think I'd go with the running too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I just think it would be cool to get things done faster.
Yeah.
Well, how fast are we talking here? Like flash speed?
Oh, dude,
or...
full. No. Like just a normal person's speed, like as fast as you can run.
Mm-hmm.
But every time you get up and you go from one place to another, you have to fully fucking sprint.
Full on like legs splayed out running, or just like
Yeah, dude.
okay.
So, like, you're mowing the lawn, you're fucking sprinting. Even if your lawnmower can't keep up with you, sorry, you got to go back and do that over again, any spots you missed. You got to get out to pump your own gas during this weird Rona situation, dude. You got to sprint to the gas pump. Like,
Like the two
even
steps it would take.
Yeah, you have to. That's it. I don't make the rules, I just follow them, man.
That would be hilarious for everyone else. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
would do that.
I know, it's such a funny conversation piece. And guess what? If you want to get out of a weird situation, you just can run away. Literally run away.
Yeah. I think I would just, in this situation, go with the thing that's a lot less annoying for everyone else. Because, I mean, you're having to yell at everything you have to say.
Yeah, there's no secrets anymore. Like, now, I'm going to diss on my wife a little bit because, just so I can tell her I did. But
Like you always do on our show.
right. But she does not have the ability to whisper. When she whispers, it's like talking as loud as I am right now. This is her legitimately trying to whisper. Now, we have 2 kids. One of them can talk right now very well. He also does not have the ability to whisper.
Oh no.
So it's just a nightmare. So I've already kind of lived with basically yelling for talking. So I would definitely take running it every time. Yep.
Yeah, I've been over to your place. It's like you're always in an Italian restaurant, because it's always loud.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Did you get the fettuccine?
That was a perfect impression of Logan, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, if he made me fettuccine, that would be sick. Better be gluten-free, though, little bastard.
Yeah.
All right, Derek, what you got next?
All right, so this next one I have. Would you rather have to fart loudly every time you have a serious conversation? Or would you rather have to burp after every kiss?
Oh, okay.
So every romantic situation ruined, or every moment you wanted people to take you seriously and you had like a legitimate point to bring up, you would fart at the end and just take it completely away.
I mean, the fart could kind of be a good thing.
Yep.
Depending on the type of conversation, obviously, there's different types of serious conversations.
Right.
But
Be an
for me,
icebreaker.
on the other
Yeah.
hand, right. I can talk when I burp. So like usually when I burp, it comes out ribbit. That's just the way I do it. So I don't know where it came from, but I think burp.
Okay.
Honestly,
Every time you kiss somebody, though, it's not talking.
that's fine.
Every time you kiss somebody, dude, like you and your
After
wife are
you kiss them, yeah.
Right.
you and your wife are trying to have freaky nasty time, man, and every time you kiss, like there's burp.
Yeah, but then if you're farting after every conversation, bro, it's stinking.
Just-
all the time.
just every
only
serious
ones.
conversation.
Only serious ones.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
So basically, you're always labeled a clown because if you're being funny, you don't fart. But if you're trying to be serious, you fart after that conversation.
I'm 100% going with farting during a serious conversation. Not only because it's hilarious, but also like I don't really dig confrontation very much. That's just me, and so it would get me out of so much shit. Like as far as like my boss is like, for instance, which this doesn't happen because I'm a good employee, but he's like, man, like you really fucked up today. I mean, we just got to have this, this conversation. And I fart. I'm out of it, man. Everything's cool. He's laughing. He's like, you know what? You're good. We'll move on. So I would definitely take farting.
Just imagine somebody like in a really serious position, like you're a lawyer, you're defending somebody who's on trial for murder, and after you get done pleading your case to the judge, you fart at the end.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
But guess what? You just wouldn't be a lawyer, man. If this happened, you'd be a stand-up comedian or some shit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you embraced it too, you know what I mean? Like after a serious conversation, like you rip ass and be like, "That's what I think of you." Like I guess so, man. Like
Yeah. Yep.
yeah. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, fart all the way, man.
Your Honor, I have bad gas. It's a part of me.
Joel, what you got?
So, all mine are real,
Like in-depth
Not
ones.
much.
That's fun.
in-depth ones.
Yeah.
So, would you rather mentally or physically never age?
Right now, I think I would choose to rather not physically age because I feel like mentally I've seen pictures of me and my brother like side by side and I'll have like a scowl on my face where he looks like he's genuinely the age he would have always been. Like when he was 11, he looked 11. When he was 4, he looked 4. I saw a picture of me next to my brother. I was 9 years old and I looked like I was 90. I had
Damn,
like this
dude.
scowl on my face. I'm like, get off my lawn, you stupid kids. Like,
Just got the old soul, the old Clint Eastwood.
yeah. So mentally, I feel like I'm already there. So if I have a choice to stop the clock in anything, it's going to be physically, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if I am how old I am right now, I mean, I think I've definitely learned some really good lessons. I know I have a lot more to learn, and experiences to go through, but I feel like I would definitely take the not getting older physically for sure, because, I mean, I'd definitely as the years do pass, especially with kids, man, like you realize you got to keep up with them. Getting old physically, that's just such a fear, it's such a like impending thing that's going to happen no matter what, so.
Well, that's the thing too. If you're not physically aging, your body's not changing, while everybody else around you does.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I think would be the hardest part.
Right. I mean, it could be worse.
But I'm on the same page.
It could be like a Benjamin Button situation where you're like reverse aging,
Oh, like that bird kid we talked about a while, like a year or two back.
yeah,
like,
dude.
Yes.
The kid with progeria.
Yeah, progeria. That's
Like-
right. It's
He's like, what? He was 7, 8, maybe like 10 years old, but he looked like he was 100.
yeah, it's so creepy.
Saggy skin, yeah.
It's like DJ Progeria, I think.
That's right. Yeah. we said he had bird face-itis. I think.
Was that in a Life Bites episode?
Yeah.
It had to
I'm trying
have
to
been,
remember
dude.
what
Sure
episode it
'cause I
was.
listened to
That was so long
It
ago.
was for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Joel?
God, Eric, you were such an ass then. I don't know why you said that.
Yeah. Birdman.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page. Never physically age. I think I've got to get a head on my shoulders. So I mean,
Yeah, for sure, man.
I would be more interested to hear the argument to anyone who would pick the other, to be honest. I don't think there would be a whole lot of people who would choose to keep the same mental state of where they're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
right.
But then they're fine with getting older in appearance and physicality.
I mean, I guess if you're never physically aging, you're not dying though. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's kind of one of those live forever
Yeah.
situations.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you don't fear death at all, or you're not worried about it, maybe you would take the opposite. But me, I just have so much fun in life. I think there's so many cool things to experience. I just just don't want the ride to end. So that's why I would definitely take the not age physically.
Yeah, for sure.
So the next one I've got is: would you rather be born with an elephant trunk on your face, or so like for your nose, or would you rather have the neck of a giraffe?
Now, the elephant trunk, I don't have a choice to put that anywhere else on my body.
Afraid not.
Okay.
Dude, all the cool shit you could do with it, like having it for a dick, like you could grab leaves and stuff, and
That's where I was going with this, yeah.
yeah, right.
Yeah, you read my mind completely.
So unfortunately, you do have to have it on your nose, or have the neck of a giraffe, which would be pretty fucking cool too.
I mean,
That would still suck if I was in the NBA.
right.
But dude, like you could stand on the ground, like on the sidewalk next to your house, and be like, "Let me see if I have any moss build up there," without ever having to go up on a ladder,
Right.
I can now reach the top shelf.
with your face at least. So you'd have to grab stuff with your mouth because your arms wouldn't be any longer. Your
Oh,
neck would
right.
just be longer.
That's right. Oh,
So,
that
I mean-
suck.
Yeah, so you'd have to spread Moss Begone with your mouth, like put a bunch of it in your mouth and spread it all over.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, my arms are still way down there.
Oh my god.
What are they doing down there? No, yeah, I think I'd have to go with the trunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How long is this trunk? What are we talking here?
I mean, proportionate to an elephant body put on you, basically. So whatever ratio it would be in length to an elephant body would be to the human body, I guess. So I don't know, probably like 2.5 feet.
Well, I mean, their trunk drags all the way down to the floor along with their feet, so mine would probably be like, I imagine, my knees.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
it's the rule of thumb for a trunk here.
Do you know how useful elephant trunks are, though, dude?
That's true. They use it like it's an arm.
They do, man.
It's pretty cool.
And the strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, to that point, the strength, man. Like, the things you could do with it.
Have you seen the video of the elephant that can paint with its trunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, dude, for sure. I mean, I've so many times, especially with kids, like I've said, gosh, I wish I just had an extra hand, dude. Because, you gotta hold the kid with, one arm if they can't hold you back yet. And you're trying to cook dinner or you're trying to mow the lawn or some shit. So if I had the ability to like hold the mower with my elephant trunk, then I could just, use both or one hand better to hold a kid or whatever,
I'm trying to imagine how big this trunk would have to be. Like, it would take up a reasonably big portion of my face, I think.
Oh, it would look ridiculous. You would never get laid.
Yeah.
I'm thinking your head would have to get bigger.
It would have to, yeah, like my
be able
face
to
would be
support it,
wider almost,
Right.
And your neck would have to be stronger. And
Can you imagine
thicker,
how fucking ridiculous you'd look, dude? Big old flat fucking pancake face. Like Drop Dead Fred or some shit.
Oh, dude.
I was thinking really do you have the ears to match? But I'm already pretty close in that department, so I've got big ears. So I'm good.
So do I, dude.
I might as well just go with the nose to complete the package.
Okay. What about you, dude?
Definitely the trunk.
Yeah.
Definitely the
Yeah.
trunk. Like, no way would I want a giraffe neck. Like,
No.
fitting through doors would be a problem. Being able to lay in bed would be a problem.
Dude, for sure.
Like, you go next to an airport and you have to worry about a fucking, a guillotine, a plane coming and knocking your neck. I'm like, no, I'm not about that life. So definitely going for a trunk, bro.
For sure.
You'd probably still drive a car, but you'd have to have a convertible or something like a moonroof that pops
Sunroof,
open.
moonroof.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And really, I mean, if I were to go with the giraffe neck, I still wouldn't be as tall as Brian.
Fuck. That's funny, dude. Yeah, so unanimously elephant trunk. I like it. Diedrich?
Me? Oh, okay. I think this one's going to be a little telling of one's psyche if you're kind of more leaning towards being a responsible adult with this choice, or if you're just like a kid at heart.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, would you rather have a bottomless box of Legos
Oh,
or a limitless tank of gas?
dude,
Fuck. No.
that is a tough one. See, I wouldn't necessarily say a responsible adult, because with that tank of gas, I wouldn't do responsible shit with it, man.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, it's like the technology can be used for good or evil. It's not a matter of the technology itself.
Right.
I mean, have you guys seen the price tag on Legos?
Yeah. Good point.
I thought you were going to say gas.
Gas is expensive too, man.
Have you seen the price tag of Legos?
Legos.
I mean, if I had unlimited box, man, I have unlimited gas.
No shit, man. People sell Legos for like $30 a pound. Like that. Can you
Right.
imagine what kind of like
Sell them
rare
by the
roast
pound.
beef you'd have to find to buy it by $30 a pound?
Right.
Fuck, man.
It's just all the L-shaped Legos. What the fuck?
My thought process is pull the Legos out, sell them.
Right.
You almost have a fucking unstoppable business, man. I mean,
Yeah, you would.
You
You
know?
would for sure. You wouldn't have to work.
right. You just sell fucking Legos.
I'm just now noticing this right now, but Joel, your camera is tilted at an angle, and it's kind of weirding me out.
It's got a mad gangsta lean, man.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. No, okay, yeah.
I like it.
I can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Perfect.
I like it like that.
Perfect.
See, the Legos could work for you to a certain extent because you could sell them. However, you could also sell the fuck out of gas,
It's a bottomless box of Legos.
Right.
but you can't go anywhere with Legos. I mean, you could build yourself a throne or some shit, but
You build
you
yourself
couldn't.
a house. Like,
Yeah, but if you didn't have unlimited gas, you could only go so far. See, if you had unlimited gas, not only could you sell it, you could run like all of your like your lawnmower, your pressure washer, any other gas things you have. You could, any car you had, you could fucking go everywhere. So essentially, you could pay to do with whatever you would want to do.
That would be all profit too, man. Like if you set it up to where you had a gas station and that shit was bottomless, you just did a flat $1 a gallon. Like you would be non-stop profit. Like I don't know.
For sure.
You have a
That's
lineup
tough
of
either
cars
way, man.
just siphoning from your gas tank, and they're like, "What the hell? What kind of black magic is this?"
Either one would be sick as fuck.
I know, dude. I do love me some Legos, but for my final answer, I would definitely have to go unlimited gas tank.
Okay, Joel.
Yeah, gas, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought too.
What about you too?
Yeah, I would have to go with the same. I was just thinking the odds have to be pretty good that one of these guys has to go with Legos.
I was close, dude.
I was thinking Joel for some reason.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was close too, man.
Yeah, Joel was leaning dangerously to the colored blocks for sure.
Yeah, those things are spendy.
Think of all the different sets, man.
Oh, yeah,
you got
dude.
Indiana Jones sets.
That's what I was-
Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah, the Millennium Falcon?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of for Lego set, bro.
oh yeah.
As many of those things as you want. You could have a fleet of Lego Millennium Falcons.
Right. They're so expensive.
Right, but you could trade gas for a real Millennium Falcon, dude.
Right.
That's true,
Eventually.
So ultimately, that's why I'd have to go that way.
Fair enough.
What's your next one, Joel?
So this one, would you rather be able to breathe underwater or fly through the air?
Oh, dude, this is the ultimate one.
For me too, man. Like I love spending time in the water.
Me too.
Just out of curiosity, Joel, which one of these would you pick? You don't have to give us the reason as to why, but I just want to...
Fly.
Okay.
As much as I love the water and all that, I'd have to. Because I fucking hate traffic.
That's a good enough reason, I think, for most people, yeah. Okay, so here's a follow-up question I have. Obviously, you're limited to how fast you can move underwater. What's the speed limit to how fast you can fly? Are we talking like as fast as you can walk, or like Superman?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like Superman. Like, get up and go.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go with flight. I was leaning towards breathing underwater, but I don't think my ability to simply breathe underwater would help me be able to see as clearly as I'd want to underwater. Like, it'd be pretty murky in a lot of those places.
Yeah, good point. Or be able to hear properly too.
Yeah. You don't know if a shark's walking up on you. You gotta hear those footsteps.
I mean, immediately when you said breathe underwater, dude, I would love both, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I think based on the fact that there's more shit that could kill me underwater than in the sky. I mean, obviously you could run into shit. You could run, planes could run into you. But as far as like creatures, I can't think of a creature that flies that could just like one-on-one kill me.
Sure.
I mean, back when there used to be something called the harpy eagle that used to prey on humans, but now that those fuckers are extinct and there's no pterodactyls.
I was going to say, yeah, you go back far
I
enough, you'd be dealing with pterodactyls.
Right. But like this day and age, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man, because there's so much mystery like underwater. Like, there's all sorts of fun shit to explore. Just imagine the things that you could find. Like, if you would be able to breathe underwater, you'd have all the time you'd need to... I mean, not only could you help people out and find stuff that they lost,
right,
but you could, like, find treasure. You could find all sorts of shit that was lost and people don't even know about. Like, there's no record of.
That's true.
I mean, in the sky, it's not like people drop shit in the sky and it stays, like, on a cloud or anything, but...
Or does it?
Yeah, this is quite the quandary here.
My answer was completely guided towards the idea of being able to see under the water. I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure if I could breathe and spend enough time down there, I could figure out some way, but all the silt and all the stuff just floating around you, blocking your vision, that doesn't really sound like it would be that fun a time.
Oh, dude, I have the perfect invention for seeing underwater. Goggles.
That's not...
It's a knee slapper right there.
Okay.
Just slap some of the shit that's on submarines on your face and call it good.
Okay.
Sorry, Derek, I had to.
I mean like a flashlight or something, because it's going to be darker the farther down you go. And
Yeah, that's fair enough, dude.
I don't mean like keeping water out of your eyes, but just...
Yeah. I mean, Joel, you and I both love, snorkeling and scuba. And I mean, I've never been scuba diving, but I'm sure I would love it. So the mystery of all of that, oh man, I would love that. But ultimately, I think flying for sure.
That's pretty tempting, yeah. Possibility to find sunken treasure and all that.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun, man.
Right. Okay, so the next one I've got this is a super serious one. So this one you're gonna have to like really, really think about and try to focus, in your mind. I'm gonna really see where your guys' psyche's at, okay? So
I'm gearing up for this. You say it's serious, but I don't think it's going.
would you rather sit on a dick and eat cake, or would you rather sit on a cake and eat a dick?
Oh man.
I'm gonna need you to answer first, Eric.
So it's basically, are you taking that dick in the ass or in your mouth?
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Or should I focus more on the cake?
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, it's only gay if you close your eyes.
Shit, I don't know. Okay, I have one question.
Yeah.
What kind of cake is it?
I don't know how the fuck that influences your decision, Derek, but
I will leave that up to you. But the better question is, what kind of dick are we talking about?
Oh man, yeah. Dick? Is it a dick cake?
So you could, your thought process could be like, well, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a micro penis, and then it's gonna be any sort of cake you want. So then it could be worth it. But if we're talking like NBA player dick, and we're talking like a funfetti cake, it might not be worth it to you.
Yeah. Okay. Joel, you're sure you don't want to answer this first?
No.
So
okay,
here,
okay. I'll go first. So
that's an impossible situation. Like
it is. Yeah.
do you want me to dive in? I'll dive in.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I have already had my prostate checked. Okay. So I'm going to go out on a little bit of a limb and say that I'm the only one that's had something shoved up my ass. I could be very wrong, but,
Speak for yourself, friend.
Although it wasn't pleasant at all, okay? But the doctor that did it, it was a female, and luckily she had some long, skinny ass fucking like Grinch salad fingers. So it was.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say fingernails, like.
No, God, no, dude. No, so she had like you remember salad fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
She had some long, skinny, like fucking Skeletor salad fingers. Okay.
Almost like she was made for this job.
So I mean, now I did taste her fingernails, but as far as the pressure that was down there, it wasn't really that bad. So I would I would sit on a long, skinny dick and eat cake. That's my answer.
Okay.
Oh my lord. Okay.
Okay, I think I would go with the same choice. But
You want to know how I know you're gay?
why?
I don't know.
Because I saw you have a bumper sticker on your car that says "Cowboys' butts drive me nuts." I have one stipulation, however.
Okay.
It has to be birthday cake.
You got it, man.
All right. I'm
You sit on this dick and I'll give you birthday cake. I mean, you sit on a dick.
Yeah, wait, what?
Nothing?
Yeah, man. I think I'm going the same route. If I'm eating a cake, obviously my mind is being taken off the fact that there's anything near my ass. So, I mean, best case scenario, my other thought process was, well, I'm sitting on a cake. That's going to be uncomfortable. Whatever. Anyone comes close to me with a dick, they're getting the teeth. But, I don't know, man. That situation's tough. Definitely sit and eat cake.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. If you're having to take a dick either way,
Right.
you might as well enjoy the other end of that equation. If you're sitting on the cake,
Your ass can't taste it, yeah.
right, you might as well taste something good while something else is happening to you.
Right. And you don't have to see it coming, right?
Yeah. Because if you choose sitting on the cake and taking the dick in your mouth, that's two unpleasurable experiences.
Right.
Instead of just the one.
So since you guys agreed to having a dick up your ass,
Yeah, that wasn't a trap at all.
let me ask you a question, okay? Now, have you guys ever dove into any of the bunny hole play?
A little bit.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Derek, you've definitely had a pinky in the ass. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. All right, Derek, I think you are up next, my friend.
All right. Now, would you rather be lost in a bad part of town or lost in a forest?
I've been lost in a forest.
Oh, okay. So,
Yep, me too.
so it's not that big a deal for you then.
It's not fun.
I think I'd rather be lost in a forest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like being outside, like being in the wilderness. Do I have the survival skills to last for a long time? Absolutely not. But it'd be peaceful. At least
For
you
about
wouldn't
the
be...
first week until you actually, you're dying of dehydration. And
Wait, there's a time limit on this?
I mean, yeah, real world rules apply, Eric. It's not like you're invincible.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been lost in the woods for like an hour, maybe 2 hours before, and I found my way out, so...
Okay. So you think you could get yourself out then?
Yeah, I think so, man.
All right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of basic things that I think people just know on principle. Like, you look at trees, which side is the moss growing? Moss always points towards civilization. You could probably find a road or some...
We know Derek's not getting out.
Well, I don't know. If I'm lost, I'm going to go with...
Excuse me, Bear Grylls. I didn't know that's how shit worked.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm going with the woods too, man. I mean, here in Arizona, when we first moved here, I drove Lyft for a little bit just to kind of get, the lay of the town, kind of know where all the roads led to.
Mm-hmm.
And I happened to be wearing a red shirt, and I picked this gentleman up. It was his girlfriend that was requesting the ride. So I saw this guy, I pulled up to the spot, parked, and I saw this guy digging through a trash bag, and I was like, what the fuck? This is weird. So he walks up to my car, and he's the one I'm giving a ride to, and I'm like, oh, fuck no. So anyway, he gets in, I give him a ride, he pulls out a knife, and he's like, why are you wearing a red shirt? I'm like, bro, because I like red. Like, the car that I'm driving is blue. I don't, what's the deal?
Yeah.
Anyway.
What, he seriously thought you were like a blood or something?
Yeah. Like a Norte or a blood or whatever the fuck he was thinking, man. I don't know what he was thinking. But yeah, that almost ended up very bad. Luckily, I did have a gun with me, so had he tried, I would have shot him. But
Yeah.
still, not a fun situation to be put into, and it was on a bad side of town, so I take the woods 100% of the time.
Yeah, for sure. Nature and animals versus fucking people, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would choose a bad part of town, honestly. I think I would take my chances. Because if I'm lost in the forest, I would probably not make it back to civilization, in all honesty. I might, but...
Derek, just look for the moss, man.
Yeah.
Just follow the mouse, bro.
It's usually a surefire way, but... Yeah, I think I would take a bad part of town, because, I mean, I obviously, out of the three of us, I have street smarts,
Obviously.
So I know the lingo, and more importantly, what to say to the people of color.
Yeah, of color. Oh, shit.
The people of color.
So,
They will accept me as one of their own.
tell me, Derek, what would you say if you're in the situation that Joel is in?
No. We'll save that for another episode.
It's not family friendly.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Joel, what's your next mind-boggling one?
This one is a little on the deeper side, like most have been. But would you rather know when you are going to die, or how?
Shit, dude. Why you got to do this to us, man?
I know.
I would choose when.
I would choose how.
Are you thinking because then you could avoid whatever it is? Is that what you're thinking?
I mean, honestly, if someone had come to me with that knowledge, like an actual date and time, I would probably be just panicking the whole time, ticking away, counting down. And who knows? It could be like next week. It could be 40, 50, 60 years from now. I don't know. But
Isn't there a movie called like Death Day?
probably.
I know there's a movie that's called Death Day that's like Groundhog's Day, but they just die over and over.
Oh, okay. But don't they find out like when they're gonna die?
No.
Oh, okay.
The whole purpose of the movie is make decisions to try to avoid dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I figure if I was told how I might die, there's probably a way I could avoid it. But, you know, obviously I'll die to either that or something else eventually. But just knowing the time, the day, yeah. I'd rather not know that.
What about you, Joel?
For me, it's definitely when, because I don't want to know how and then go through my life trying to avoid every situation that could even remotely relate to it. So the anxiety with that would drive me batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to know when, so that way I
Right.
know I have X date to get in as many adventures and
Yeah.
everything as quick as I could.
Yeah, that's kind of where my thought process goes too. Like, I mean, I'd like to think eventually, you know, you get over the anxiety and you just be like, okay, well, that's when it's happening. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. Now I don't have to wonder when. Now I know.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, kind of piggybacking on what you said, you know, just live every day like you're dying, you know, and just live it up.
Fair enough.
All right, I've got one here. Another serious one, of course, as you can tell.
Does this have to do with dicks again?
Maybe. All right. Would you rather be without elbows or without knees?
What would that look like? So just like a noodle, like noodle arms or noodle legs? Or
Right.
Well, Derek, I'll tell you this, okay? If you want to keep your knees, get in the fucking warthog. It's an inside joke. Joel and I used to play fucking Halo, like on the Blood Gulch map, and we'd try to try to run each other over, and we'd say, "Get in if you want to keep your kneecaps."
Epic times, man.
Oh fuck!
imagine like Toy Story, like Woody. You know, you've seen his joints. He's got like those tight seams, and he's just devoid of kneecap or elbow.
Right?
I imagine it looks something like that.
Yeah, you just like completely straight arm, like you couldn't hinge at any point in your arm. It would
Okay,
just be-
so if I go without either or, I couldn't really use those appendages then. They're just kind of like dangling.
Well, no, I mean, so basically, like I'd imagine it, your arm is just straight, either straight down or straight out.
Oh, okay.
But you couldn't bend your arm. Like you'd have to be really creative to like jerk your dick or like, you know, lots of other stuff.
Right. So I could only move my arms around at the wrist and at my shoulder, right?
Yeah. 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 Yep, essentially.
Okay. I'm just imagining what I'd look like walking then. Like I gotta stick up my ass or something.
Yeah, like fucking Woody. Like you just
I guess I'd have to go with no kneecaps then.
no kneecaps.
I wouldn't be able to bend my legs at all. I'm just imagining what I'd
Fuck,
look like
dude.
sitting in a chair. My legs would be straight out like a toddler.
Or like when you got to take a shit, you'd have to like lay down in a plank position across the toilet, like reverse plank.
Driving would be impossible. Me trying to manage the
Yeah.
pedals that way. No
You'd
way.
have to sit up in like a high chair or something in your car seat, dude, to be able to reach the pedals and shit.
I would have to have my legs broken and like craft hinges for them.
Yeah, you'd have to get creative for sure. Either way.
There's no way to win in this situation.
Oh, dude.
So it's basically like you're wearing full casts on either your legs or your arms, and that's how I'm trying to picture it.
Yeah, or you have like broomsticks taped to your legs or your arms.
Yeah. So you physically cannot bend anything.
Right.
I'd go with the legs, man.
Dude.
You'd go with the legs.
Yeah. Arms would just be so annoying.
What about you, Joel?
I don't know, man. That's. I think legs as well. But
Imagine how you'd look running.
There would be no running.
oh man, right?
Oh shit.
Oh,
Imagine like putting your pants on and stuff, just like everyday type things.
Well, that's how I put my pants on anyway, so it's...
Well, you'd have to like,
What's changing?
I don't know. I don't know how you guys do, but what I do is I put my pants on the ground and then I fucking slither into them, you know, like. Okay, so you guys would both do legs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't really even thought of this. I just was really curious about your guys' answers.
I can't help but picture the scenarios. And when it came to the legs, I'm still just imagining how it would look if I'm sitting. If my legs just straight out. I can't bend them to sit normal.
I think I would do arms because, like, with my legs,
You just always look like you're reaching for something.
at least I could like I'd have a good excuse of like I can't carry that for you. Like my arms don't do that motion, you know. Like you could get out of a lot of shit. I guess is the way I look at it.
I mean, you can carry something like a forklift. You've already got your arms extended outward. You just.
That's true. That's true.
I got one last one here.
Cool. Let's all do one more. Okay, Joel.
All right. So, would you rather fight Mike Tyson or talk like him for the rest of your life?
Shit, man. If you fight Mike Tyson, you might get CTE and talk like him.
Yeah, you're gonna end up that way anyway.
Oh, man.
Well, this is easy. I'll just cut to the punch, so to speak. And,
Wait. Let me ask a question real quick. Are we talking now Mike Tyson that owns like a weed business, or are we talking like in his prime Mike Tyson?
He'd still destroy you, Eric. What are you talking about?
Not that I think it makes a difference, but definitely in his prime.
In his oh shit, man. Heavyweight champ of the world, dude. He was the heavyweight champ, and I think he's only like 5'10", 5'11", and he weighed like 210 pounds.
Yeah.
If we're going with Mike Tyson in his prime, you might as well just change the whole question to, would you rather talk like Mike Tyson or die?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I would rather just talk like him, because it sounds like I'm going to end up that way anyway. I'd rather just not take the punch to get that way.
Fair enough, dude. I don't know, man. I think I'd take my chances and just like throw a little shoulder roll like Floyd Mayweather. And I mean, you could always fake getting knocked out, you know, play possum and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you could just hit the fetal position like you do with a bear and just wait for it.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
yeah.
You might make it out of there.
Potentially could. I wouldn't want to talk like that the rest of my life. I know that much.
No, not at all.
I definitely fight it.
Okay, Joel. So you did your last one. I'll do my last one, and then Derek, you can save your finale.
Okay.
So I've got two. I'm kind of trying to choose from right now. So we will go with. All right, we'll see where this takes us. Would you rather have your family watch a video of you masturbating to completion, and I'm talking your whole family, or would you rather
There would be no.
No, you have to. You have to. So you absolutely have to do, like, you have to make sure that this happens. So would you rather have your family...
You have to make it your mission to make sure that they see
you have to
do this.
You have to complete it. Would you rather...
You're not even painting it as a scenario where it just happens by accident. You actively
have to
making
go through
sure
with
that this...
Yeah, like, this is a contract that you go into, and if you don't, you die. So...
Oh, okay.
And you can't die. So here you go. Would you rather have your family watch a video of you masturbating to completion, your whole family, or would you rather have 4 homeless guys jerk off on you? So I did not make this one up. This one was from your Mom's House podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
What if it's an all-in-one where that is the sexual act and then your family's watching?
God. Would that be any better?
No.
Oh, man.
You absolutely have to choose.
Bro.
And you have to stare into the camera.
Why does it have to be 4 homeless guys? Why are there so many homeless guys?
Would one be any better?
Well, I don't know.
I have a question. Like, I have a question though.
Joel,
Yeah.
Right?
I'll let you go first. I know you want to.
Are these guys gonna like all at the same time, or is this like a one after another situation where you have to sit there and wait for each motherfucker to come in?
Dealer's
and
choice.
bust a nut on you?
Dealer's choice.
Well, that's an easy one, just all at once, right? Otherwise, the experience just lasts longer.
Right.
Why prolong this?
Good lord.
Yeah, I didn't make the rule.
No, yeah,
need to know.
you can ask questions, you can ask for stipulations.
Oh,
But
good.
you must choose one.
I mean, here's another one though. Like, is your family really gonna watch that?
They have
know what
to.
I mean?
Yeah, they have to also. So if they don't watch it, you die.
Fuck. Okay.
Some weird stipulations attached to this.
So when I say your whole family, I mean like your whole family with your wife and your kids, Joel, and your mom and Sophia.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, line them up, bro. Line them up.
Oh, dude.
That's just.
Yeah, I would definitely take the I would take the homeless platter for sure too.
Yeah.
Derek.
Sign me up with the homeless homos, man. I don't.
Thanks
Right
for
on,
the
dude.
fuck shack, Mike and the gang.
Right, Dirty Mike and the boys
Yeah.
ran the soup kitchen in your Prius.
It will happen again.
Yeah. All right, Derek, bring us home. What's the finale?
All right. My last would you rather is which one of you would rather edit this episode? Because I'm not. I don't have it in me.
Is that
and
really yours?
It is, yeah.
How dare you? How dare you?
I think it would be kind of interesting to see what a Joel edited episode would look like.
Right?
What's editing?
Oh shit. I don't know if I have time, dude. Like, if we want to get this out before October, I don't know.
Before October. What do
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna go with Joel. I'd rather with Joel.
Oh yeah, I forget. You guys get to decide.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I don't. Yeah, I'd rather with Joel too.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Really?
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because I know.
Yeah, I want to
Right.
hear your reasons. Come on, Eric. What's your reason?
Oh, because I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
No. In all reality, I don't know if I would have time, dude.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. All right. I didn't consider that.
Not even a little bit.
Joel, what's your reasoning for choosing
I mean,
Joel?
My reasoning is that, you know, I'm gonna slap this all together. I'm gonna slap some music together, and then I'm gonna release it, and then Derek's gonna be like, "Take it down. I need to edit this," and that's just the way it's gonna go.
Perfect. We have
'Cause
spoken.
he's-
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
you know, like.
That's probably right. You found the loophole.
All right, since Derek had a bullshit last one, I'm gonna bring us home with the last one. All right. Would you rather?
Better not involve dicks or almost.
No dicks. Would you rather have to go to the bathroom in a giant litter box in your house, or anywhere you want to, but only outside?
Hmm.
Oh, outside. Easy. You know, when I was an installation tech, man, we weren't allowed to use the customer's restroom. Like, we weren't allowed to ask.
Oh, really?
And so I got creative at peeing outside without people noticing.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be standing there at the cable box with a wrench in my hand while I'm skillfully taking a piss all over whatever.
Nice, dude.
Around electrical components.
Low voltage, bro. It's all good.
Okay, so you've covered taking a piss, but what about taking a shit?
I mean, camping. You know what I mean? Outside up against a wall.
Can you imagine having to clean out that litter box, dude?
Fuck that. No way, man. That would be so gross.
So nasty.
It'd be really awkward to explain to people when you don't even have a cat. Like,
Can I use your bathroom?
Right.
Yeah, the litter box is right over there.
But I'm gonna warn you, we have a tiger living with us, so
yeah.
watch out for the tiger.
Damn, what do you feed your cat? This is huge.
House cats. So Derek, what, would you choose outside too?
I mean, with where I live, there are enough homeless people who walk around and already shit everywhere, so what's one more person, you know?
Yeah. Fair enough.
I think all of our audio, sounds pretty well now.
Yeah, I didn't move too much this episode.
You might think that because of previous episodes you've heard, but I mean,
Yeah, fair point.
there's so much dead air, ahs, and just humming weird artifacts in the background. Yeah, just
As I'm sitting here doing this.
yeah, shit like that. Yeah. And then the first 3 episodes, you could run your watch by it. At some point, Joel's phone would tip over and fall. You just hear this loud thud.
Always, man.
Sounded like the Killdozer came through his wall.
Yeah, what was that last time? It sounded like your phone was being balanced on a bunch of plates and other shit.
Dude, so I have these 2 IKEA metal cabinets that were stacked up here. So I have a 2-tier desk, lower tier, upper tier. And I hit the desk, and the top one fucking fell and broke the screen on the laptop I was using.
Oh, no.
My God.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That was hilarious. And then the way you just wrote it off, you're like,
I'm going to go. Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. There's no way I could go back to recording right then. There's no way I could even stop the recording. So I just had to go back and stop it.
That's
and,
great, dude.
wait for the disk space to run out. Luckily, I was able to recover it. I was really worried about it, but I wasn't going to mention it until I knew.
that is funny because when I went back later to edit it, your track is like almost twice as long as Eric's and I. And I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
It's just nothing here, but he kept recording.
I couldn't stop it, man. Broken screen, like.
We should probably do an outro, Joel.
Oh, yeah.
And a plug at the end for our listeners, please visit us at theoddpodcast.com. You will find an external link to all of our episodes, as well as a blog and the videos that we use for our episodes. We also have a comment box where you can shoot us your feedback, whether that be positive, negative, or neutral. We want to hear it. We want to get it. You can also submit if you would like to hear something specific. I can't promise that we will cover it, but we love the suggestions.
Yep.
We do have quite a few episodes lined up, and we do have content for those. So this will be at a later date regardless. Send us a message. Let us know.
Yep, and you can find us on any podcast platform to listen to our episodes. You can also find us on social media, on Instagram at The Odd Pod Show. And what are we on Facebook again? Because I fuck it up every time.
The Odd Pod Show.
Perfect.
Facebook.com/The Odd Pod Show. We will be there.
All right, guys, until next time, stay odd.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the young Paul Bunyan in this bitch. What's up? What's up? I got babes. Swear to God, it's some real tits. Real shit. Whole squad gotta feel this. Swear to God, this light work. Back and forth through the night till the fight hurt. I'm the shit you are gonna need a diaper. When it come to getting pussy, I'm a lifer. When you thought I couldn't get nicer, your boy step in the ring like Tiger. And you wonder how good my mood is. Walk around the hood, all I get is deuces. Bitch, me, you ain't know the food is. Getting HJs all through the movies. Yeah. Motherfucker, I'm gooder. Would you like some popcorn along with that butter? I would like a sister along with that mother. What's up? Run around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I got a buzzer. Looking at me like what up, brother? Looking back like fucker, shut up. What's up? Run around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I'm trying to cut up. You ain't trying to put up, shut up. Fuck up. Swear to God I'm an animal. Killer on the down low. Swear to God, I'm the baddest out. Alright, go ahead, get your cameras out. What the fuck is up with that bitch over there? Me mugging, I think I should stand up and go see if it needs something. See these biggest motherfuckers right beside of me. Known their whole life, they would never lie to me. This is the beginning of a dynasty. You should be thinking of more ways you could be kind to me. Swear that your whole crew is boo-boo. Looking like some dudes that I could easily chew through. I know this ain't probably what you're used to, but everybody welcome on the wagon, go choo-choo. And when people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. What's up? Run around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I got a buzzer. Looking at me like what up, brother? Looking back like fucker, shut up. What's up? Run around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I'm trying to cut up. You ain't trying to put up, shut up. Fuck up. Swear to God, got dick game. Bitch. bitch made bitch tank like a fish tank. So I got shoot switch, man. Puddle so big, could have been a piss tank. Look at my lifestyle, put it on DVD. Look how I'm knee deep. This is my CTV. Up in the TP, smoking with 3 keys. Up in some beefy. These are my GTG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GTG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GTG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GTG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GTG. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. What's up? Walking around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I got a buzzer. Looking at me like what up, brother? Looking back like fuck up, shut up. What's up? Walking around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I'm trying to cut up. You ain't trying to put up, shut up. Fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up though. You. Hey, I don't like this dude. This dude looking at me right. He kick the fuck out of the club right now. Shut the fuck up. You know I'm trying to get a cut up. I'm just shooting the breeze. I just got too much swag. The swag's on fleek.